watching here is the 15-minute of the Market Watch basket. I'm just keeping an eye on it. I want to see what it does, and we'll keep adding to this video. You can see where it's at right now. And it's been jumping around here. Let's see where the sub-dims are. Oh, we got one down here. Got another one up there. So it'll be interesting to see. Here she's coming down. If it goes through this one, eventually we get it. Oh, there we're right at it now. So, whoops, we just went through it. Open this up a little bit here. You can see it better. Okay, we're bouncing around on this one right now. Pivots, we got our weekly pivots down here. So it'll be interesting to see what this does, if it goes back up or what happens here. Just how much. You can see we're up there quite high. Of course, we're on a 15-minute chart here, so it doesn't mean a heck of a lot. And we're sitting at this point right across here now. We've been there twice before, and actually over in here we've been there a little bit too, so you could consider that. So we might get a little bit of a reversal here, and we'll see if we can grab a few pips out of this or not. So we'll hold on for now and continue on a little later here if it does something. Okay, this is just an update on the 28 pair market watch. We're on a 15-minute chart, and as you can see, we're still moving down. We do have a semaphore signal confirmed by the arrow. We do not have a swing signal confirmed yet until the next candle opens up, then that might confirm. Then we'll have to see if we can get a Haas confirmation, and if we do eventually get all three confirmed, then we will enter a long trade. I have added a timer up here, tells me how many minutes are left on the candle, because I was sitting here watching this, and it's easier to see when the next candle is going to form if you got a timer up here. So I put a timer up here, so now we got a timer up here. So depending on what time frame you're on, it'll tell you how many minutes are left before the next candle opens up. In this case, we get about 4 minutes yet. Then we should get another candle, so we'll see what happens. Okay, we just switched over. Up here you can see we got a new candle. And here I'll expand this a little bit. And you can see we still got the semaphore is good to go. And when this candle closes, if it doesn't go any lower where this would move down, these will move over, and then the swing will confirm. And at the same time, if this is blue, we start going up, then we'll have to wait. When this next candle opens up, if this is blue, then we'll also have our Haas confirmation, and we should take 28 trades in the long direction. Oh, it is starting to turn blue maybe, so we may, this pops over on the next candle in about 13 minutes 42 seconds. We will go long on 28 pairs. The only thing that's going to hold us back will be our spreads. You can see our spreads are quite wide right now because we are only a half hour into the new day. So we'll see how these look at in about 13 minutes or so. And see if some of these come down. But I think what I'll do is keep an eye on it. If we only got a few of these that are in the red, if they're not too far in the red, I can just I'll just trigger them with the buy button over here. We'll see what happens here when we get our new candle over here, what happens. I think what I'll do though is for now, I'm going to turn off the TS. Yes, I don't want it to trigger a trade right away. I want to see what it looks like and how many of my spreads are too wide. So we'll see what happens in another 12 minutes. And we'll take a good look at it. And if it looks like I want it to go, I'll turn it back on, TS back on, and let it take the trades and maybe just kick on the other ones that don't open up manually. So let's see what happens in another 12 minutes. One other thing I may throw in here, I mentioned it before, I may not, is considering the add-ons. Like if you turn this on, you can tell where they're at. I think I showed this before. Here you would have had an add-on going short. This one wouldn't have counted because it would have got broken way over here, and this one wouldn't have counted because it's way over here, and this one would have formed. It always looks at the last one, so they would have been looking at this one, and this one would have got broken and you would have went short. This one would have got broken, you would have went short. Now, one thing you have to remember, like here's the last up fractal, goes across over here, and you say, well, if we break that, we get a add-on going in the long direction if we got a long trade here. It's not the case. This one fractal happens to be previous to our trade when we entered the trade. So it does not look at anything that's previous to the trade. So these are ignored. So in this long trade here, if you were in it, you would have an add-on right here. This one doesn't count because it doesn't get broken the way over here. This one would get broken here. You would go along, add on, and here's another one over here. So remember that when you're looking at these, you say, well, how come it didn't do an add on here? It's because this is previous to the open of the trade. It only looks at the add-ons that have been broken after the trade has been placed. So these it would have ignored, or at least this one here, because this one here would have probably been there, but you would have said, well, how come it didn't do an add-on here? Because it's before the trade opened. We're only looking at the ones that are during the trade. So I just thought I'd throw that in there. I don't know if I have before or not, but now we're still waiting to see what happens down here. We still got the blue one. So, like I say, in 7 minutes, if this thing stays like it is now, we should get a long trade. Let's wait and see. Also notice we are sitting close to a demand zone down here from back over here. So this could turn out to be an okay trade. We'll see what happens. We do have a supply zone up here at the top. And we're also sitting at the weekly pivot. So that's something else to look at. Okay, we just popped over to our new candle. You can see we started our new candle and we got our semaphore signal is in the gray box. Our swing signal is within the dotted yellow box, and we have our confirmed color change here. And you can see we got our 3 signals up here. So now we're going to go back and look at our dashboard here, toolbox, and you can see we got all green signals. Now we are going to miss a few here. They're just a little bit over, so what we'll do is we'll kick it off. Now these are all buy trades, so I'm going to do is just manually kick these off. They're over my spread, but we're just playing. There goes one. There goes another one. And another one. Another one. Entirely up to you whether you want to do this or not. This is mainly going to happen when a new day opens up your spreads. Depends on what kind of spreads you got. So there we got all 28. And I'm going to restart my graph. And now we go back over here. You can see we're in the trade. Now all we got to do is see what happens. We're in 28 with lots of 2-8. We got add-ons turned on and that, so we'll see where we go from here. And we're starting to get a couple in the green here. So we'll let her rip and come back and check on it in a little while and add to the video. Okay, back again here. This is a continuation of the 15-minute market basket. And as you can see, it has did one add-on here. You can see here's the line where it added of the fractal, which I believe is right here. It's hard to see right there. Let's see if I can let's put fractals on there once, maybe we can see it better. You still can't see it, but I believe it's right there. Because here is the add line. And as you can see, now maybe it is this one over here, because it was added on right here, so we had to have these 3 had to be closed, so sure, the add was right here. So it was this fractal over here. Apparently this green line is underneath the yellow box there, that's why we can't see it. But here's the fractal. This green line here would have been all the way over to here. And then we did a breakthrough right here. And here is our add-on trades. Now, you can, at the time, now if you go back here and look, you can say, well, now I had to restart this, so it's a little off, but before I restarted it, under the long trade, some of these had 1, some had 2. Now the reason for that is, remember, we only add to trades that are positive. So it would only add it to the ones that are in the green at that time. So if you were to do it like an add to right now, it would only add to these green ones. I did find out one real interesting thing here while I was playing with it. Remember, we use this indicator over here to create our baskets. And we usually put that on the same, it's on the same chart as our dashboard is on our toolbox dashboard. And in this case, it's on the USD Turkey. Now I did notice one thing when I was looking at the chart over here. This number and these numbers were not updating very quickly. They were very, very slow. And even the price of this chart was not updating quickly. So I went back over here and I looked at the US turkey, and you can see it is very slow in updating. There is not very many ticks coming across, and this indicator that creates that offline basket requires ticks coming into this chart to activate it, where the dashboard is running on its own timer, which is about every 2/10 of a second, I believe. So it updates every 2/10 of a second. But this indicator that creates the offline chart was not updating because this was not updating very fast. You can see it here, it's hardly even moving. It's a little bit quicker now than it was before. Even the Euro turkey. And the reason I use one or the other is because we can't use one of the 28 pairs, remember? We got to use something that is not. So what I did, I fixed that indicator so it runs on its own timer now of 2/10 of a second. So it will update every 2/10 of a second, the same as the dashboard. Also, the basket trader does the same thing, updates every 2/10 of a second. I've gone to that because a lot of times you get real slow ticks coming in. You know, maybe they only come in every 5 seconds or 10 seconds, depending on how active that particular pair is. So the indicators and everything were not updating quickly enough. And I noticed that here, I look over here and this would say like $40, and you'd look back over at the dashboard, and the dashboard would say like 118 or 120. It was quite a big difference. So I have changed that, so now that indicator that creates the offline charts will update every 2/10 of a second. The basket trader will update every 2/10 of a second. It doesn't look at the ticks, because now if this looked at the ticks, the basket trader, since we got it on this offline chart, and because the Euro turkey wasn't updating fast enough, it would not update quickly either. So everything now updates in its own little loop of 2/10 of a second. Okay, so that about does it for this part. I just wanted to show you we did a add-on. We'll see what we do here, and as you notice, every time you do an add-on, it will have a tendency to pull the profit back down a little bit, because you got your spreads and slippage and all that comes into play. And like I said, we do not update on the ones that are in the red. There's no point adding to a losing trade, so we only update the ones that are in the green. If these turn green before the next update comes around, they will get updated also. So we'll see where this one goes. We may get a little bit more pullback out of it. But so far I kind of like what the 15-minute chart is doing. It does give you a few more trades. As you can see, we have been up to 138 bucks on here. Pulled back a little bit. We're pulled down here a little bit now. We'll see where it goes. And what we can do, we can even turn on that. If it does go up and get up to 100 again, then our equity lock will turn on and start trailing by 50. So we'll just leave it there and see what happens. So we'll keep tracking it. Stay tuned. Okay, another piece of the puzzle here for the 15-minute market basket we're on. You notice we hit our 100, and we're starting to trail by 50, and right now we got $99.60 locked in. If this goes up over 150, this will start moving up. And you can see there we put our line came on there, right? Oops, there we went up. Now we're up at 101, so we did move up a little bit. Just popped over 150 a little bit. So this is still a 15-minute. We're still on the move. We'll see what happens now. Now we got our $101 locked in, so we're safe on that one. At least we got 101 bucks, 101 pips there, so about approximately. So we're safe. Now we can let her go, see how much farther she'll go. Okay, back again. That was quick. My 15-minute one just hit its equity lock. Remember, I had put it on 150 and popped up. I had entered it over in here someplace, so it actually did quite get up here when I put it on. I think it was over here a little bit, but as you can see, it hit my equity lock, so we ended up with $92.06 out of it. So that one, my 15-minute, has closed out. So what I'll probably do now is reset everything. Usually I do is just hit open the properties, because I'm going to be using everything the same. Click OK and it clears everything out. Turn my graph back on and turn on my pairs. Just turn on my timer over here, turn on my TS, turn on my reset, basket equity, and for the heck of it, we'll turn the basket equity lock on. And just for the heck of it, I'm going to refresh my basket creator here. Now we're going to go over to here, and basically I'm going to use the same settings as I had before. So all I'm going to do is just open it up and click OK. As you remember, I'm using the hash, semaphore, and such, and the swing. And we're ready to go again. So now when it gets the next combination of these three signals, we will be on the run again. So it'll probably what we'll be looking for, I would think, would be something, probably a short up in here someplace, and then go short. But we'll see what it does. So there, we're all set to go. Got everything set up. Plenty of trades here. Got everything turned on. Basket all set to go. See if we can get some more pips. So that about wraps it up for the 15-minute. Still watching the 1 hour. The 1 hour still running. We'll add some more stuff to that later.